Hello everyone, and welcome back to Poppy Seed Mini. Today, I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful advent calendar for your dollhouse. Of course, I couldn't just stop at designing an advent calendar, so in the end, I designed this whole gallery wall. Just in time for the holidays. To get the printable for this project, you can go to my blog at poppyseedmini.blogspot.com. The link will be in the description box below. The first thing I'm going to cut out is the advent calendar. Now I'm going to add a frame, so I'm going to cut the frame off, but if you don't plan on adding a frame, you can leave that. You'll also need to grab the little wreath. The next thing you'll need is magnetic sheets. Now these are just thin magnets with adhesive on one side that are meant for photos. And I found these ones at Walmart for under $2. All right, so after I cut a piece of magnet to size, I peel off the sticky back and stick my image to it. Like so. And then cut off anything that is extra. Because I want to be sure that my wreath sticks, I am going to add another layer of magnet to this, just to make it a little stronger. And then you'll stick the wreath onto another piece of magnet. And then just cut the extra off. Cut a hole in the middle so that you can cut around the center edge as well. If you can't cut all the white paper off, you can always go in with a green pen and color any of the paper. Actually, I kind of like this color green. I think I'm going to add a little more. The next thing I do is glue the magnet side down to a piece of foam core board. Now, you wouldn't have to do foam core board if you don't want it that thick. You could also do like a piece of cereal box or just a random piece of cardboard. Then I just use my knife to cut it out. Then I take my skinny sticks and I cut them to size to make a frame. And I use my glue gun to glue that into place. I start with the top and the bottom. And then I cut and glue down the sides. Like so. And now you can take your little magnetic wreath and start and finish all the way till Christmas. How cute is that? I thought my wreath could use a little red on it. So I'm just taking a little bit of red embroidery floss and I'm gonna put a little bow on it. Start by making a large bow. And then you're just gonna pull on the ends to shrink up the little bows. Pull it tight and shrink it up again until you have the desired size for your bow. There we go. That's kind of what I'm looking for here. Trim off the extra. Difficulties. There we go. And then we'll test it out before gluing it in place. Oh, yes, it needed the red. How cute is that? Oh, you guys, I hope you enjoy this project. All right, let's make some more stuff. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna be working on is this Christmas tree art. So I was on Pinterest and I saw these frames where they had Christmas trees on them, but they were like fluffy Christmas trees, like it was yarn. So I thought, gee, if we wanted to miniaturize that idea, maybe I could do it with embroidery floss. So if you print out the Christmas trees and then take embroidery floss on a needle, what you're gonna do is just thread the embroidery floss in and out. Now I'm gonna leave a little extra at the beginning here. So I'm going to the back side and just kind of creating a stitch next to it that's not too close because I don't want my paper to rip. And then pull it all the way through. And then go back through again, right next to it. And this time you'll leave like a loop. And make sure you have a little extra. We'll trim it down when we're all finished. And then go back through the other side. Nice and close again, but not too close. What you're gonna do is just work your way across the entire section. So we're gonna do all the sections, the bottom, lower, and upper, just like this. And I'm just kind of holding the loops as I pull so they don't suck back in. All right. And I'm just gonna kind of thread the needle back through one more time. I kind of see an open spot in the middle here. And I'm gonna pull that through. And then I'm gonna take my scissors and just trim it all across. Oops. Kind of at the same level there. And then I'll do the next levels. Okay, I have threaded through my next level and I'm gonna cut these so that they for sure like overlap the first layer. Gonna trim it right about there. And be careful not to trim your layer underneath. I think the very top is the hardest part because you're gonna make one hole at the very top, but then all your threads have to go through it. Now I've got two going through already because I've doubled my thread here. And then I'm gonna go back through that hole so that I get another 4. So I'll end up with 4 threads total, but I have to leave that little bit on the back side to be glued down, like so. So your back should look like this, and your front will look like this, and then we're just gonna trim those top threads, like so. All right, ooh, so cute. The next thing I'm gonna do is glue him down to a piece of cardboard. I'm going with cardboard this time because it's thinner than the foam cardboard, and I'm using a lot of glue, probably way more than I need, but I wanna make sure my threads don't come unthreaded. So yeah, just don't get your fingers in the glue and then get it on the print. That's the goal. Press those threads down good. All right, I'm gonna let that dry before I do anything else with it. Once it's dry, again, I just cut it out with my knife. And then I found one of my Barbie brushes, and I'm gonna use this to kind of just fluff it out or spread out the threads a little bit here. Hopefully without losing any. There. I still see one this one. Embroidery thread kind of loops around itself, so I'm just trying to fluff it up. Oh, how cute. All right. Now, I'm just gonna add a simple frame. And just like that, I just did another skinny stick frame around this picture. And because I used a thinner cardboard, it gets a little bit of a shadow box going on, which is really fun. Here's my little pink one. Aren't they cute? I did decide I'd like my frames to be a little darker, so I'm gonna rub them down with some brown paint. This is just basic brown acrylic paint that I'm rubbing across with a napkin, so it's kind of putting the paint on and absorbing it at the same time. I put all of my frames on the same way except for my Christmas tree farm one. I wanted it to have a thicker looking frame, so I didn't cut the frame off. And I'm just gonna glue on right on top of the paper frame. Cut 2 side pieces to size and glue them in place. I did leave a little overhang on this side because I knew that that side piece was gonna be a little bit longer than the actual print, just because the thickness of my skinny sticks are thicker than the actual picture frame. And then I'll take one more long one here. All right, and then glue that into place. Like so, and then I'll trim off the edges here. When you're done making all your art, I like to put everything on the wall using my tacky, because I know I'm going to be changing it up again. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out some of our others. We hope you'll like, comment, share, and subscribe. And have fun crafting!